Yes, Holly, we hear you. Stay. And it's 8 o'clock, so the clock's going off. Added the last note again. Reminder: we're on on YouTube live. Is it streaming? Okay.
Running the intro.
Oh, sorry. Hello everybody, happy Thursday, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm just posting the link into Facebook so that they can hop over to YouTube. And we got it. There we go. Keeping it easy tonight, just water.
Just water?
Just water. We had a busy, crazy weekend. I drank lots last weekend for my mom's surprise 60th, so just need to continue with water. And all the clocks. Oh, sounds like a ship.
Boy, our Phoenix is always on time.
Hi, Laura.
From Chisholm.
How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Gina Chapman, don't find on YouTube.
We're there.
If you're chatting with me, how could you
found
not be finding me?
Maybe she saw the intro and didn't realize. That's us. Hi. We're live.
We're here.
We're live. We're here. Oh my goodness.
Phoenix says she's good.
Good. Yes, we're gonna give everyone a few minutes to hop over here today, since we're still on the
Ban.
no live zone on Facebook.
Jackie Jeffers says happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hey AJ, how are you? Oh my goodness.
So we gotta wait a few minutes because we're on YouTube and people remember that from the last time.
People have to, go back to the event and go, oh yeah, that's right, they're on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So they're in there. If you're new with us, of course, make sure you chat in. Let us know that you're new, where you're from. We'd love to hear from you.
Oh, Gina says she's trying to get us on her TV.
Oh, Cast? Can you cast it onto your TV?
That's one way. Or if you have the app on your TV.
If you have like a smart
YouTube
TV.
And go to Moses Masterpieces.
Yeah.
All right, so we're up. We just banned on Facebook.
Banned from going live. I can still comment and post.
Yeah, that's because Jennifer had a potty mouth and she couldn't help herself.
I even used the little asterisk. I didn't even spell it out.
It's not your character.
I know.
That's why you got punished.
Facebook was like, nuh-uh, not you. You're flagged.
That's it.
Alright, we only have like 2 more weeks left.
I got flagged because I'm guilt by association.
You did?
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Sorry.
I'm on punishment, I think, for another 30 days.
Sorry. Oh man, rascal, take it easy, boy.
I can only do things to my Facebook page. Nobody's seeing none of the things that I post or.
Oh, might be a
regular restriction.
Hey, this blanket's for me, dude. Yeah, you got a cushy bed.
Brandy Sykes is here.
Hi, Brandy. How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Jamie is here.
Hi, Jamie. Happy St. Patrick's Day. How's my buddy Corbin?
Yes, Jamie says she's glad I'm home.
Yeah, we all are.
I'm glad to be home, everybody. I want to thank everybody for giving me their well wishes and the shout outs to Jennifer while I was in the hospital. Hey, things happen and they wouldn't let me go until I was all right.
Yes, so we do have to reschedule SpongeBob. So I'm going to take a peek at the calendar again. I think that next Thursday, maybe when I do it. Yeah. I don't have one for next Thursday, so I think that we'll throw it on there for next Thursday.
All right, so we got a shot from the rooftop. Cheryl Moya says hi.
Hi, Cheryl. Welcome.
She hopes I'm feeling better, and I am. Thank you.
Yeah, tonight's going to be about checking in on you, mister.
You think so? It's not about me. I'm back. I'm fine. Corbin says he's good.
Aw, good.
We're glad you could join us tonight, everybody.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
Our cute little gnome. We're going to sketch him and then paint it. And of course, you guys know you can always change it up. It doesn't have to be green. It doesn't have to be a St. Patrick's Day one. He could be holding something else.
Okay.
All good, right, Rascal?
That's what's up. We're just glad to be back. We're still, I guess, settling because we had a lot of things happening over the last couple of weeks.
I think doing my mom's surprise party was a bit time consuming because she lives pretty close. Now I was always careful about what was sitting out and where things were, what I could do, what I couldn't do.
Right.
So, and then it was just kind of gathering everything, planning a party is, while it's fun, it's time consuming. And then of course, we had a blizzard. It was 70 degrees, and we had a blizzard, and then it was 70 degrees again.
Yeah, we've been going through it.
What is that?
Yes, hello from Indiana.
Hey.
Donna Mullins.
Welcome, Donna.
Oh, James says, I'm going to have to paint another night. Workouts have been taking up my night.
No problem.
Just finished my workout, and I'm watching while I eat dinner.
There you go. No problem.
The party looked amazing.
It was really good. I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to pull off the surprise, but I lied to her a lot over the last few months. So I made her believe, that episode of Big Bang Theory where Sheldon creates this huge, scheme about, picking up his cousin Leo from rehab or whatever. He makes that big I'm like, yeah, I get into the details of all of the lies for her.
Look, everybody, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Jennifer's just been out of character lately. She's, cussing and getting us banned on Facebook and lying to everybody about her
I had
birthday.
to lie, only to her, not to anybody else.
Yeah, lying to her mother, of all people, okay?
It was worth it. She was surprised and she cried.
She's been going out of her way for all of this time for this party, and now the party has been done, and it was a success.
It was.
And now hopefully she can go back to her sweet, loving self and stop lying and using curse words and going out with her besties and her girlfriends and just creating havoc. All of this is around some picture that she took. Oh no, that somebody took at an event that they all had together, and they was all acting wild and bad, and
you were not.
So she tried to make a funny statement on Facebook using one of the pictures from the thing that she was in. Yeah. And now we banned.
It's only 2 more weeks. We're good.
Wow, Phoenix says she's having her first drink since New Year's.
Well, congrats.
You're having your first drink since New Year's.
Cheers.
Yeah, let's give us some hand claps for that.
Cheers.
All right, it is Self-Care Thursday.
That's right.
What a way to self-care. That's the way you do it.
So let's go ahead and go over all of our supplies and we'll get started. If you guys need anything, of course, just chat it in. If you don't know us, I'm Jennifer. Mark's behind the camera and the computer. Rascal's at my feet in his comfy bed.
As always.
We are Mimosas and Masterpieces, coming to you from the top of the mountain in Halifax, Pennsylvania. We are doing our Lucky Gnome today. So, of course, you guys always know you don't have to follow exactly what I'm doing. I'm just here to guide you. So all of our supplies are, I'm using a 16 by 20 canvas held portrait style. You can use whatever size canvas you have or you want, it does not matter. Just using, as always, my primaries, red, yellow, blue, black, and white. 4 brushes, my brush set. And if you guys do need brushes, Mimosas and Masterpieces brushes. 1 inch flat, a 1/2 inch flat, a medium round, this is a number 8, and then a tinier one for those little details or outlines. Cup of water to rinse, paper towels to dry.
Alright.
Something to sip, and we can get started. Alrighty.
Well, we know Phoenix got something to sip.
Yay, cheers. Sip of water.
She said she started new meds, so she couldn't drink for a couple of months.
Yeah, well, that's important.
Congratulations.
Sure. That's important. All right, so we're going to sketch out our gnome to start, and then we're going to paint. So I'm going to start with our gnome's nose right in the center of my canvas. I'm going to come down and make about a 2 to 3 inch oval nose here. We're going to go right in the center of our canvas.
All right, let me zoom in for him. Oh, thank you, Brandy.
Aww.
Yes, he says welcome back.
Yeah, exactly. The next thing that I'm going to put in is his beard. So from under his nose, on either side of the nose, I'm going to bring this down about maybe 6 inches. So we're going to do a curved line on either side. I am going to skip a little spot here because that's where I'm going to put my arm. So first one is going to come down and around like this. And the left one will do the same. If you're using a pencil, you can just keep going. Because I'm using Sharpie, I'm going to leave a little gap here because I'm going to put my arm in there.
Awesome.
So we just have a...
Oh, that space is where the arm's going to go?
This is where our arm's going to go. I'm going to do that right now. So from the left side of the nose, where the beard and the nose meet, we're going to kind of come from that little area, from that point, come out a little bit, and then around in. So we're almost doing a big 6, and it won't quite close. So here we go. This is almost like a big 6. Come over a little bit more. And then we're just going to kind of section this off because that's the hand. So arm and hand.
Yeah, see, Phoenix says she sketched and painted most of the background.
Good
so
job.
she won't tire out fast tonight.
Aw. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sometimes you have to do it in 2 sections or 2 stages. These should be pretty simple tonight though. And then this one on the right side, instead of bringing that hand or arm around front, I'm going to leave it in the back. Now, if you want to do 2 arms, you'll do the same thing. You'll do a big 6, kind of backwards though, okay? But for this one, I'm going to tuck his arm around the back. So we can do, you could do your shoes now or you can wait until you're done with your beard, but I'm just going to kind of sketch them in so you can see what I'm doing. They're kind of little ovals and I'm sort of flattening out the bottom a bit. And we'll try and make that match up a little. And his beard will kind of hang down in there, and you can sort of play with that paint once we get painting to determine how much you want down there.
Okay.
And the last part we have is the hat. So his hat, we want to come from about 1 inch or maybe 1.5 inches down on the arm. So I'm going to start my hat all the way down there. So the hat can be kind of organic. It could be whatever shape you want. So I'm just going to start to sort of drag this up, maybe halfway up into this space. And then I'm going to kind of pull it over so it's sort of flopped over to the right. So we're going to come up and over like this. And now I'm going to do this side, bring this up almost like we're getting up to a little point, but then I want to, again, kind of taper that off to come off to the side. So starting over here this way, we're going to kind of come up as it's getting up closer to a point. And then I'm going to bring this down and meet up over there.
You Jamie says the gnomes are always so cute.
They're so cute. They're really simple. You can customize it so easily for yourselves.
All our gnomes
So
on our YouTube
cute.
channel. All our gnomes on our YouTube channel do very well with views.
And then I'm going to put that buckle in there. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to. But I'm just going to do a little curve. And I'm going to come down about an inch or so. And we'll do another curve following that same shape. And then we'll just do that little buckle in there. So 2 vertical lines, 1, 2, and then we'll do that another inner shape of the same. About 1/2 inch in, so it's about the same all the way around. And I think we got a good sketch going, and we can get started with our painting.
All right.
All right, so with our background, we're gonna start with just a flat color for the back. I'm gonna start with that large flat brush, rinse and dry, and again, I'm just gonna repeat so everybody knows my painting is not gonna look like my painting, and your painting is not gonna look like my painting. We want it to look like your painting. We're just here to guide you and give you a little bit of inspiration and ideas. So for my green background, I'm gonna go ahead and start with, I usually stick my blue and yellow next to each other so I can just pull from each and mix. So I'm gonna take a nice big scoop of my yellow, and I'm gonna take a little scoop of my blue, little blue at a time to start, and start mixing for a green that I like.
Yeah, so that's a good idea to put the colors that you know you're going to mix together.
Yep, normally when I'm putting my paint on my palette, I usually think about the colors that I'm gonna be mixing, and I usually lay those 2 colors next to one another.
Nice.
And the other thing I do want to throw in this green color, because I want to make this a little bit darker, I'm going to add a tiny bit of red to it. So if I add more blue to it, it's going to start to turn turquoise. So I'm going to add a little bit of red to this, and that will start to give it more of a forest green color.
Okay, just by adding a little red?
A little bit at a time, yep. If you add too much red, then you're going to get to browns. So you'll just mix to a green that you like, or whatever solid color we're going to start with for our background. There we go. That's a little bit deeper.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to just fill my background, everything behind my gnome, okay?
Okay.
Everything around my gnome. And this time I'm going to do horizontal brush strokes. Now again, you don't have, it's up to you. You can use horizontal, vertical, all up to you, because we are going to add some polka dots in our background. So, let's see. All right, now we painting. So how is everyone doing? Anybody else do anything special to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? I almost forget that it was a holiday. I feel like
Really?
that party was like, it just was so overwhelming. It took everything. Like, I forget everything.
Wow.
Everything else going on. I'm like, I just don't even want to think about anything else until this is over. And now that it's over, and now that you're home, now I feel like I can replan everything else.
Yeah, I guess it was a very busy and rough week all in one.
It was. It was. You were missed.
Well, it's nice to be missed. And I definitely missed everybody here. I missed being on with you guys last week. I was definitely disappointed that we couldn't do SpongeBob.
Yeah, we'll get back to it.
And then we had another event with the social workers, and we didn't get to do that one.
That will be coming up again, not next week, but the week after. In fact, we have painting, I think, every single day that week. It's going to be a busy week.
Yeah,
all of our makeups.
Yeah, see, our Phoenix said
Hi,
she
Phoenix.
posted about her Irish heritage in her group today.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Can I pop it?
And say hi.
Yeah.
Just say hi.
Hi.
There's your claw doctor.
I'm actually, yes, I am being a clock doctor actually because I decided it was time for my green clock to be taken apart, and I saw something that the door was like it was gonna fall off. So I actually found out why. Both screws, one's short and one's a longer one. So I'm gonna see if I have a screw to replace it.
All right, we'll go check it out.
But it's
so you're working on the green one because it's St. Patrick's Day?
Could be, but it decided it wanted to not work right.
Oh, well.
The strike kept messing up, so I just took it apart. It's all back together.
Yes, I told him I would work on another YouTube video for him tonight. So.
And where can our viewers see these videos?
We'll have to post in the event or on our Facebook page, Aiden's YouTube channel, because.
It's Aiden the Clock Doctor, right?
Yeah, but I don't think you can't really search for that yet.
I searched for it and I found it today at my job.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's because you've looked for it before.
I think all you gotta do is just put his name in there and put in clock doctor and
maybe.
it'll pop up.
Good try. Aiden is Aayden. And I think he put, I guess clock doc or something like that. He doesn't have a customized channel name yet until he has 100 viewers or followers, right? So we have to wait for that point, and then we can update it for him.
Put in Aiden's Clock World.
Oh, that's right, Aiden's Clock World. That's what you put in.
Put in Aiden's Clock World. Aayden.
There you go.
And I think it's almost time for my cuckoo clock too. But you don't want me to take it apart still. But Grandpa says the same thing. He said if you don't oil it every 2 years, your holes are gonna wear out. So that's what I'm gonna do after December passes and New Year's and stuff like that. Then I'm gonna take it apart and oil it.
Okay.
And do the Dawn dish thing carefully. That's my thing I do.
All right, bud.
Alright, I'm going to use these screws.
It's always a busy day in our household. Always.
That's our Aiden.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right. So don't forget to go to Aiden's Clock World. Right here on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, he has his own YouTube channel, so we're working on some videos for him, and we've just been very blessed with all of the people that are very generous about what they want to do for him, give him, help him with. It's really encouraging. Like sometimes our faith in the humankind is tested, but
tested.
Sometimes, but today. Lately, with the way people have been with him, have been just restores your positivity sometimes.
Okay.
It's us.
All I know is everybody on my job, I just started a new job, everybody. I just started working at Bear. And the clock in our laboratory wasn't working. And I suggested to my boss that let me take the clock home because I have a clock doctor at home and he could probably fix it. And they said, okay, we'll give it a shot. They said the clock hadn't been working for months. So I brought it home, and as soon as I brought it home, he jumped right on it and took care of it. I brought it in today. And everybody in my lab was very impressed and very happy. And got a clock back up in the wall in the lab. So
That's funny.
It's one of the perks of having a clock doctor as your stepson.
So once I kind of get down to the bottom, I do want to darken up underneath my gnome a little bit. So same brush, and it doesn't have to be rinsed or dried even while you still have your green. I'm just going to grab a little bit more red at a time. We're going to probably do red and blue, but I'm going to kind of blend that in underneath, and we're going to blend. So it looks red right now, but it's going to kind of turn into a little bit of brown. We just want it to be darker in this area.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Underneath him is going to be a little darker. So a little bit of red, and then I'm going to grab a little bit of blue.
All right. Well, look, we don't have a lot of events coming up, but one of the events we got coming up is April 20th. That's the holiday, 420. It's Paint and Puff Night.
I will not be puffing, just so you know.
I won't be puffing. I puff outside. But we encourage you all that want to join to let us know if you're puffing. It's going to be a fun night. April 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern Start Time. We should be back on Facebook by that time. They let us out of jail.
Yes, we should be.
That would be nice.
I'm gonna I want to make it even a little bit darker, so I'm just grabbing a tiny bit of black on that brush. Also. And if you see what I'm doing, so every once in a while, and when you're brushing, you're gonna see those little brush strokes,
Yeah.
the starts and stops.
Yes.
So I like to then just take my brush and go all the way across to sort of eliminate some of those.
Okay.
Now up here, I kind of was letting it go because we're gonna do polka dots up there. So I wasn't really too worried about that. So rinse and dry after you have a little bit of shadowing down below your gnome. And then we're gonna do polka dots.
Then you're going to do polka dots?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love polka dots. Anything polka dotted. Alright, I'm rinsing and drying that flat brush. We're gonna get those bristles back to their flat state. So then we want to kind of create some other different colors for our background to just kind of contrast in there a little. So I'm going to start with, let's lighten up that green that we just made. In fact, we're going to need a lighter green anyway for our gnome's hat and his body. So if you need to make it again, a nice big scoop of yellow, a little bit of blue. So it's kind of like a leaf green. And then we're going to add a little white to that until you get to a green color that you like.
Yeah, well, I know what I want to ask our audience.
Go ahead.
It was St. Patrick's Day today. It is St. Patrick's Day today.
Yeah.
That means that people had some parades finally.
Yes, there were parades. I did see that.
All right, because like what, it's been 2 years?
New York, Somerville, New Jersey. All right,
It's been like 2 years, right? We haven't had any parades or anything like that.
Yep.
So, I mean, did anybody go to any parades? Did anybody witness any parades today?
I
was working. I didn't get to see anything.
I was just say I just saw some friends, posts that they were in New York. So, what we're gonna do with that color? So I have a different color than I had originally. So to do those polka dots with this large brush, you're gonna press those bristles straight onto your canvas, and then you're gonna twist the brush by just spinning the brush in your fingers.
Okay.
So just spinning. And it will make a perfect circle.
Just by spinning the brush?
Just by spinning the brush.
Yeah, it's so bright.
I could do some other colors so that it's... Hi, Holly. We
Yeah, it's
hear
so
you.
bright you can't even see it.
Like that. See that one?
Barely. Yeah, Brandy Sykes says, yeah, did a Yes Fit St. Patty's Day 5K.
What?
Okay. She did a 5K today.
Way to go.
Seriously.
Good job.
And Diane Layton says, yeah, it's legal in Washington State.
That's right.
That's right, it's legal in New Jersey.
Diane,
too.
I think did I send out your kit? Somebody's kit that I just sent out yesterday. We have a couple. So our website's down right now. It should be back up in the next day or so. And we will finish up with those orders for kits also. Because, yes.
So
it'll come.
The website is back up?
Yeah. My IT person was away. And our domain needs to be reconnected.
Okay.
So once you have a couple of polka dots of one color, you're gonna rinse and dry, and then you'll go and grab another color. So I'm gonna do some yellow.
Okay.
So yellow, what's going to happen is it will kind of, I'll actually show you what will happen because we have to add white to it. If you just go to straight yellow, it's just going to lighten up your green a little bit. You may not be able to see it. So let's see what that looks like. So you can see it a little bit, but if you want to, we'll do some of these and then we'll add some white to it. And for now, I'm just using this large flat brush, and then I'm going to switch over to that smaller flat brush.
Okay.
We're just sort of going to overlap these little polka dots all over our canvas. So you're just making nice big patterns of polka dots. Yes, Holly, we hear you. Hi, girl. Holly the cockatiel. She's making herself known over there. So the harder you press, the bigger that circle gets.
Okay.
And it's okay that they overlap, if they start to overlap. That's what we want to do.
Well, now these birds are alive now, huh?
Like, gee whiz.
Haven't heard much from them lately, but now we're down here in the studio.
They're like, hi.
We got a live stream
Don't
going
forget.
on. They're like, yeah, we're alive.
Don't forget about us. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of white to mix with some of that yellow to lighten up that yellow. And then I think I'm going to switch over to my smaller brush for this. So that 1/2 inch one, we're just going to rinse and dry. And we're going to do the same technique. Just going to grab some different colors, whether it's your green, your white, your yellow. So I went from a lighter green, a yellow, and now I'm making an even lighter yellow by adding some white to it. With that 1/2 inch flat.
I don't have my.
Doing the same thing, just twisting that brush, making polka dots. And again, the more you press on the brush, the bigger the bristles will spread, the bigger the polka dot you'll get.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a couple of minutes and do these. Again, I'm just kind of overlapping some of them.
So we have to reschedule,
So we have to reschedule SpongeBob.
which you said might be next
And I
Thursday.
think it'll be next Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. I have to just double check the calendar again.
And
been a
then, do
busy
you know if
few
we have
days.
anything else coming up after that?
So you're gonna start to see, I have a lot of in-person things coming. So if you are from New Jersey, there's 3 events coming up in New Jersey that will be available to do.
I know about one of
The
them.
first one is April 8th. That is the 80s night drag show and painting. That will be at Alley 14 in Boundbrook, New Jersey.
That's Winter is a Drag Paint Sip and Swag?
Yes, that's the one.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a 6 p.m. start time.
Mm-hmm.
And where did you say it was going to be?
It's at Alley 14, it's called. Alley 14 in Boundbrook, New Jersey.
All right. And how do they get tickets, or how do they
You can get so you'll click on the event. It's listed on Facebook on the Mimosas page. You'll click on the event, and there is the link to Eventbrite to order your tickets.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think my next color I'm gonna make is my orange color. So my orange, I need a scoop of yellow and a little bit of red to start. So more yellow than red. And we'll mix. And I'm gonna add a tiny bit of white to that, just so that it shows on my green.
Okay.
And we're gonna use that for our beard too. Same thing, I'm just gonna add some polka dots in there. So doing that 1/2 inch brush first, and then we're gonna switch over to one of those tinier brushes for small polka dots. Again, I'm just kind of starting to overlap some of these circles. Just laying that brush on there and twisting the brush.
So it's okay to overlap.
Yep, overlapping. It's okay, you're gonna get some different colors and that's fine too.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for spring.
Yes. It's been so nice. It's been a tease. My gosh, it's like 70 degrees and then we had 6 inches of snow here.
Yeah,
and then it was like 70 degrees again yesterday. It was so nice out.
Yeah, it's just confusing for me. I mean, I did spend my time in the hospital. I looked out the window. It was freezing cold. It was snowing. And then what? The day after I get home, then it was nice outside.
It was almost 70 degrees. It was so nice out. I mean, I'm kind of
It
glad.
was cold. Jamie says it was 74 degrees. Where
See
she's at.
how crazy. It was so nuts. I mean, I was shocked that we got that much snow. I felt really bad because for Mom's party on Saturday, we did have like a bunch of people that were like, I can't make it now because of the snow. I'm like, oh man. But we still had a great turnout. It was still really good. But yes, that snow was definitely a hindrance for sure.
Michelle said, I'm ready for anything not winter.
I feel you.
I feel the same way. And Phoenix says, our snow is melting.
Yes.
We can see the grass and the dirt road now.
Yay. That's it. All right, I'm going to rinse and dry that brush, and then I'm going to go to my medium round, which I'm also going to rinse and dry before I start. I'm just going to make some smaller circles. This time I'm going to grab some white. So you can just dot them if you want little tiny polka dots, or you can just swirl the brush and make little polka dots this way. And you can switch back and forth with those brushes to change your sizes. Okay, there's no rules here. Right? Don't we all need a day like that and something like that there's no rules?
Yes.
No rules. You have free reign to do what you want.
I know as soon as this weather changes, we're going to have to get us a new intro.
Yes.
The intro that we have now. That if
Snowy.
You came on, as soon as we came on this evening, and you saw our intro, yeah, that was the intro, a snowy intro.
That's right, it was snowing. It's a snow-covered intro. So yes, we're making these little circles. I'm going to go right off the edge for some of them, just to create that pattern, a repeated pattern in there. All right. It's a nice and easy one today, so we'll give you a minute for this.
Okay.
What else did we say? So we talked about the drag thing. So
Yes.
the next one, aside from the drag one, again in New Jersey, May 13th and 14th, I will be painting that whole weekend. The 13th is going to be at the Watchung Hills Elks Club in New Jersey. We are painting, I think we're painting that squirrel tree actually right over there. We're painting one of my favorites, the purple scroll tree.
You're painting the scroll tree that's right there on the side of you?
Yep.
Ooh.
And I think I'm also painting that. So we're doing 3 sessions on the 14th. And one is, I think, the wish flower, or the, the dandelion. I call it the wish flower. The scroll tree right over there.
Scroll tree right over here to your right.
Yep. And then I think it's a beach one. The flip-flops in the sand, I think, is the third session for
the old classic.
The old classic. Yep.
That's still here on our YouTube channel?
It still is, yep. We're just doing small versions of all those paintings on the 14th. And that is a family festival at the Center School in Somerset, New Jersey.
Oh, wow. When is that?
That is May 14th. That's on my birthday.
Oh, that's
so
right.
You can bring your family, let the kids play. There's going to be bounce houses and face painters and balloon artists.
You definitely can come in and give Jennifer a birthday shout out.
And then you can come and paint with me in different sections. The paintings are, they have certain fees to sign up. I want to say they're $25, something like that, to sign up for. And then if you book all three, then you save, I don't remember how much it was that you saved, but that's all again will be on that event, which I have on the Facebook page.
Okay.
Lots of those.
Do the people at the event know it's your birthday?
Yes. In fact, every time we have a Zoom meeting to talk about what's coming up, he's like, "It's Jennifer's birthday celebration."
Okay.
Even though this is like, a huge family festival promoting the school's 50th anniversary, he continues to remind me that it's your birthday celebration.
Did the event have a name? I forgot.
It's called Eat, Paint, Love.
Okay.
I think is what we have it, because we have at least half a dozen food trucks committed to come for the day. We have the 3 painting sessions, and then it's just lots of family stuff, family activities.
Okay.
Yeah. Games, like kind of mini carnival games so that they can play to win little prizes. We have sensory activities for kiddos on the spectrum. There's lots of stuff that will be done for that day for sure. But lots of outdoor activities.
Nice.
All right. So my next step, once you got some of those polka dots on there, and you can always go back to the polka dots too and do more. Our next step, I think I'm going to fill in let's do the beard first. So our beard is kind of that darker orange color. So what we're going to do is mix up a little bit more of that color. So again, that's going to be a little scoop of our yellow and a little scoop of red. Tiny, tiny touch of white in there, just so that it's not quite as transparent. And I'm going to fill that in. And I'm using that 1/2 inch brush, but you can use the round brush if you're more comfortable with that. So we're going to go ahead and fill this in first. And I want you to use brush strokes following the shape of the beard instead of right and left. We're going to come from the top down to the bottom.
Okay.
So.
Phoenix says our elementary school just turned 100 this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that is great.
That's a milestone right there.
Really?
Very good. Nice round of applause. 100 years.
100 years. So those little brush strokes will help start to make it look like it's a beard.
Phoenix says she was there when it turned 75.
Oh, wow. Attending, I'm assuming?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm ready for anything not winter. That is a good way of putting it, Michelle.
So as I come down with his beard, if you want to come down and add more down here, you can. I'm just going to kind of stop it right in between his shoes there, or his feet. So we got that filled in. You can use up your paint by doing some more little dots if you want. So let's see, what do I have in the pipeline to do for you guys? There's definitely, I would like to do a beach scene. We haven't done a beach one in a while. Get back to some of those warmer things. I still want to get 100-acre wood painting up there.
Wood?
Yeah.
Angela Allen says, "Hey guys, just
Hi,
getting
Angela.
here,
How
starting
are
from the
you?
beginning, and hope you're feeling
No
better, Mark." Yes,
problem.
I'm feeling better. Thank you so much, Angela.
It's nice to hear from you, Angela. I love seeing those repeat names. Those our usuals.
Our usual audience.
Our usuals. We love you guys.
Yes, we do. I know I missed everybody while I was in the hospital.
Aww. Well, you know, I kept telling him, I was like, you got like almost a week break. You got to rest. And he's like, you can't rest in the hospital.
Yeah, I didn't get any rest. I don't know what you're talking about. Like every half an hour, there was somebody standing over me wanting blood or take my blood pressure or sticking an IV in me or checking my heart, checking my breathing, sitting up. I gotta sit up.
Sorry.
No, look, the people at Wellspan Health Center, it's a Good Samaritan Hospital in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Amazing people that work in that hospital. I mean, the whole hospital.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just amazing people.
I'm glad they were.
Doctors, nurse practitioners, cleanup people, food service people.
Aww.
There was so many people coming in and out of my room. I don't remember all the people that was coming in and out of there.
Aww.
When you're in a hospital and you're not feeling well and you're being nice to people, the people want to be nice to you.
Yep.
Okay, those people put up with a lot in the hospital.
They certainly do.
And when they know there's a nice person in the hospital, then they all want to help and they all want to be there. And I didn't disappoint.
Aww.
I was nice to everybody that came in there. No matter what they wanted to do to me or whatever bad things they told me until they started telling me good things. Every time I wanted to go home and they said, "We're not going to let you go home tonight," I didn't get upset.
Until the last night.
Until the last night.
Like, nope, that's it, I'm going out.
I didn't show them I was upset.
Okay.
I was talking to you on the phone and I'm
okay.
Look, I want to go home.
I was like, don't do it.
You got
And I was like, nope,
in your office?
I need to go home. And I was right. They wouldn't have let me go home if they didn't think I could go home. So
Alright.
we had to negotiate that deal and we did.
We had to negotiate.
Yeah, because they was like, "No, we want to keep you," and I was like, "No, I want to go home." And they was like, "Well, let's talk it out." And I said, "All right."
Let's talk it out.
We talked it out, and they said, "No, you can go home."
Oh my goodness. I am gonna rinse and dry, and then we're gonna do our gnome's hat and arms. So I'm gonna use that light green that I mixed before, and you can use whichever brush you feel comfortable with. I'm gonna switch over to my medium round, that number 8 brush. Light green. We're gonna do the hat. I'm gonna not do this buckle area, so the hat, and then the arms. I'm gonna leave open his nose, his hand, and his shoes.
Okay.
All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and fill in. Now, if you're using primary colors like I am, when you mix just your primary colors, sometimes they're still a little transparent. So you may have to add a touch of white to those to help make them a little more opaque so that you can't see through them.
I die again.
I buy again. So he doesn't have school tomorrow either, apparently.
Really?
Yeah,
Lucky guy.
I know.
No school tomorrow.
No school tomorrow, no school Monday.
I got work tomorrow. But it's gonna go by fast. I gotta leave work, go to the doctor,
Yeah.
and then go back to work.
Really?
Yeah. The doctor wouldn't change the appointment. They want me there at 9 o'clock. And I said, I work till 12, so why can't I just go after 12? They was like, no, we don't have any slots open.
All right, so you see my little boo-boo, even though it's not really a boo-boo, right?
Yeah.
I went right over, so I'm going to take another brush, clean and dry. You can leave those bristles just a little bit damp. So all you're going to do with that clean, dry brush is wipe over that area, and it almost acts as an eraser. You're just going to wipe that paint off on your paper towel.
Where's the boo-boo?
It was up in this little
buckles?
buckle area. Yep, I just painted right over the buckle area.
Okay.
That's all. Just showing that you can, if you feel
make
like you make a mistake.
Right, because there's no such thing as a mistake.
Right, but if if there's something that you want to sort of erase immediately, then you
So it's
can
a
do
boo-boo?
that.
It's a boo-boo?
You could.
Okay.
So we'll do those arms. We'll come down from the hat and then come down into the arms. I know somebody asked for an Easter gnome too, so maybe we'll have to do an Easter one.
Okay.
And Grandma Pat wants another bunny. Or no, a basket, an Easter basket.
Okay. People are putting their bids in for what you're going to paint for Easter.
Yes. We did do a bunny last year. I think we did a bunny in a basket last year, I think.
Yeah, so you think you'll make an Easter basket, a real one, for the set design?
Maybe. Make a
Randy
basket.
Sykes says, yes, a gnome with bunny ears.
Oh, that's a good idea, yes. Gnome with bunny ears, I like that idea.
See, our viewers, our audience is on top of their game when it comes to giving us great advice or great ideas on what to paint. A gnome with bunny ears.
That'll look really cute.
We're going to end up having to put our gnomes in a category on our on our YouTube channel.
All together.
Have a gnome series. Because people seem to love painting these gnomes.
Yes, they do.
People love painting gnomes in general.
Yeah, absolutely. So while this is still a little bit wet, we're going to do our shadowing and our highlights. So while it's still wet, we do want to create that darker green again if you don't have it. So I'm going to do a little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue, and a little bit of that red. Remember, we used a touch of that red last time. If you don't still have it, that's all. So darker green than what you've got already. So that darker green is going to come around the top of the nose. I'm actually going to go around the whole nose. On the whole nose. We'll just sort of blend out a little bit. And it's just dark enough that it changes the color a little bit. It doesn't have to be too drastic. I'm going to come down the top part of the arm and next to the beard. And then where the arm and the hat meet, we want to bring up some of that slightly darker color up in the hat.
I forgot how long we're restricted on Facebook.
30 days, so it should be,
Does it end this month?
it'll probably be the beginning of November.
Of April?
November, I said.
Yeah, you're scaring people when you say stuff like that.
Beginning of April.
You're scaring me.
Oh my gosh.
You're banned till November?
April. April.
All because of the potty mouth.
All right.
Oh man, I can't believe
I use the asterisks.
If anybody has a reputation for curse words, it's me.
Yes, I know.
Okay, but
see, this is what happens when I try and follow you.
Oh no, now you're gonna put it on me. Following me. That's what you say with the potty mouth.
Yeah, even Holly thinks that's funny. Alright, so we have around the nose, getting into the edge of the hat, and then the top of the arms there. And then I'm going to come down on the bottom of this arm.
Yeah, see, Jamie says, yes, I found a picture of my gnome on a mushroom that I did in 2020.
Oh, yeah, that was the best. That was such a good one.
All right, yeah, see? But
that was such a good one.
She says, it sucked.
Oh.
But I posted it.
Good job.
I had to post a bunch of my other paintings that I hadn't posted yet.
Good job. We're going to come under our buckle, or under this section of the hat. I made it a little darker so you could see it a little better. And I'm just sort of blending that in. I kind of fade that into the lighter green that's there. Same thing on the top of the buckle. We'll do that darker green. And then I'm going to sort of blend that in.
Now, when she says she posted it,
probably on the
Mimosas and Masterpieces fan club page.
Yeah.
That you see on the screen right now.
Good job. So yes, when you're done with those paintings, we would love for you to share them on that page. I did already create an album for tonight's event. All you can do is go into photos or albums, click on the album for tonight, and add your photo right to that. But we do also encourage you to create your own album if you haven't done so already, so that you can keep adding to your own album. So you can add that photo in two places: our album for the gnomes and your album for your artwork. What do we do with your albums? Every month we're going to go live when we're not banned and and choose a spotlight artist of the month. And then we get to shout you out and talk about you and send you a little something, show you guys a little love. Because always what we've said is it is about you, not about us.
And we have a shop. We have a
yes, it's Jackie AJ.
All right.
So our darker color, again, I want to come on the inside, underside of this hat. So I'm going to come all the way around the inside of this hat. And again, we're going to sort of blend up into the hat. And then you can rinse and dry. Dun, dun, dun. So tonight, because we are only on YouTube, I know you can't do stars, which is okay. And because the website is down, our tip jar, I did repost the original, our Venmo, PayPal, Cash App thing for tips. We can accept them that way. And again, we'll go live, or I will record it somehow to do a giveaway. Or maybe we'll hold them all until we can go live again for all of the giveaways. Because we do have a couple of things to do as giveaways.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be a good, a fun night for that. And I do want to, kind of, I don't want to say clear the studio of gifts because we have some new things coming in, but we'll definitely do like a grab bag night that you just, let's say, pay $10 to cover your shipping and you just get something fun. We've done that before for our art auction, Art for a Cause, which we need to do also again. All right. So after we have our shadowing in there, we need to get our highlights in there. So I'm going to use either the light yellow or white. So light yellow or white. I'm just going to grab that light yellow. I'm going to even add a little bit more white to it. And we're going to do some of our highlights. So first highlight we're going to do is along the center of the arm. So I'm just using small brush strokes to sort of blend that in. I'm going to come over to this side, so it's like the top side on the elbow of this arm.
You said you had Venmo?
Yes, there is Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. I think
I have them on the screen right now.
Oh, good job, honey. Thanks. And it's appreciated, accepted, never expected. Your tags of our page when you post your paintings on your own page is just as helpful, and we appreciate being able to see what your friends are saying about what you're painting too.
Yes.
All right, let's come right over the top of our hat, and I'm going to come down along the left side. So right over the top edge of the hat with that light yellow. Again, I'm just blending it a little bit. And then down over the left side over here as well. Rinsing and drying. Give you guys a minute. And then I think we'll do our kind of the flesh tone, that little pink for his nose and his hand.
So right behind you, we're going to do that next week.
Which one?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. We'll have to look at the Thursdays. I don't know if this is going to be this Thursday coming up or the following Thursday. I just have to check that.
All right, so we'll let people
I'll update the event tonight.
Okay.
So you guys know. Yep. We will update the event. And then National Association of Social Workers. I can share the link for that one as well. That's on Zoom.
That's what we're painting right there?
Right, is the Love One Another. But if you've been with us, this was probably on the YouTube channel already.
Yes.
So. All right. So our skin tone, or your flesh tone. So I'm going to make kind of a little pink tone here. So we're going to grab a little bit of white, tiny touch of red, and a tiny touch of yellow. So very little red and yellow to white. So you're going to mix, see what you got. And that's pretty good. It's like a little peach color, tiny bit more red.
Yeah, see now Jamie says, I need this gnome to hang in my classroom next year.
Aww.
I want lots of paintings to swap out. The bees are on my list soon.
Ooh, the bees was a good one.
Yeah, great summer painting.
Yes, it was. Well, we definitely can do more together. And we'll fill in his nose.
Are we going to have a summer kids camp this year?
I don't think we're going to do kids camp this year. No.
No?
No. We'll probably throw a couple of family nights in there.
Okay, that sounds good.
But, yeah.
Pajama party for one of them?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we haven't done the pajama party in a while.
Encourage people to come outside and paint outside. And have their pajamas on.
I like it. We can do that.
Phoenix says we should do a farm with farm animals.
That's a lot, girl.
A painting of a farm
You
with
do that.
farm animals.
I mean, I could do a farm. painting all of the animals is a lot. Yeah, really. That's what we'll have to turn the camera and you know, face it toward the mountain where the farm is.
That's right. We could do an outside. When the weather changes, we're gonna be outside.
We'll try and do one outside for sure.
We'll have one by the pool, and we'll have one on the other side by the farm.
All right.
We might, you know, we're gonna have a bunch of things happening once the weather changes. Now that we're here and we're settled in,
Yes.
I see us doing a Sunday morning sunrise painting, so that you can see the sunrise in the background as she's doing the painting, and we're all painting. But that would have to be early in the morning.
Oh yeah.
We would set up an early morning Sunday morning.
I was gonna say 7 a.m.
is when the sun comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could have a special event where people are joining us early in the morning to paint.
For the sunrise.
Yeah.
I wonder how that would affect the camera though.
I don't know, but it shouldn't affect the camera at all with you painting and the sun rising in the morning.
But I may just end up looking like a silhouette because of the light coming towards you.
We'll check it out. We'll figure it out. But I know we should do something like that. Something that's out of the ordinary.
So all I did was touch the tip of my brush in red just to get a little more pink in there. Just a tiny touch of that red. A little bit more pink in there. Kind of just doing the bottom half of the nose and the hand.
Yeah, Phoenix says, do it in 2 sessions. Says do the farm and then add animals for another session.
It's true. We could do that.
Yeah, Jamie says 6 a.m. here. Yeah,
well, our time just changed, so... Because normally, I'd say it's probably... Maybe it is 6 a.m. now. Ugh.
No, we're talking about when we do the Sunday morning.
Yeah, sunrise. I'm saying it's like 6 a.m. I think you're right. Now that the time changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, we're mimosas and masterpieces. You could have mimosas on a Sunday morning with the sun coming up.
Yes.
Or coffee. Or we'll have both. We'll have people drinking coffee and painting in the early morning.
All right, next up, let's do the gold for our buckle. So that gold color is just a little bit of yellow with a teeny tiny touch of that red. It's almost like an orange color.
I mean, you know, with all of the people that are doing painting tutorials or whatever, none of them are doing Sunday morning painting sessions or just the type of themes that we come up with from you guys when y'all tell us what you would like to paint. Right, so James says that it would be 5 a.m. here.
Oh man. Ugh. It's really early.
Well, I guess it'll have to be
really early.
On the East Coast will do us in the morning at 7. and then the tape delay will have to go through.
Or we have to do the sunset. No, it's not going to set the same time. No, we need
to do a sunrise morning. So if that means people that are far away, they're going to have to get up early, or they're going to have to do the tape delay.
Yes.
And paint when they get up in the morning. Because, you know, they get up in the morning, they can just start at the time that they want and just click on. They just won't be with us when we're live.
I'm going to rinse and dry, and then I'm going to go to my black paint. So we're going to work on his shoes, the band on the hat, and we'll just kind of give him a little edge that he's kind of standing on a hill. So I'm just kind of lightly pulling that brush to the side so it looks like he's on a little piece of land there. And we'll go ahead and fill in his shoes. And I'm still using that number 8 round, but you can use whichever brush you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, see, then you know what? I mean, depending on how much lighting we can get, we could have a midnight or a nighttime painting session where it's dark outside, got a nice big fat full moon.
Well, it is pretty full now. It looks really nice right now.
Yeah, so we can do it on the other, do it by the pool at night. If we have enough lighting.
One gets bigger, then you gotta make the other one bigger. See, it doesn't just happen to you guys. It happens to me too.
It's okay.
Alright, let's get the inside of our buckle up here. If you want to use that tinier brush for these areas, you certainly can switch up that brush too, okay? So quiet. Other than the little birdies chirping. They're quieter than the birds outside.
Yeah. I wonder why is that?
Aw. I already feel bad.
Really?
Yeah. Because I know for sure there was a squirrel and a woodpecker in that tree.
So you hear what she's saying, everybody. Okay, she's just been on a tear for the last month. She's been cussing and getting us banned off of Facebook. She had two trees chopped down. Disrupted the whole ecosystem here in the back of our backyard, in the back of our house. Now all the animals are all acting all strange because they lost a big giant tree that they was all in.
Aww. Yeah, a little bit. Sorry.
She's just been out of character the whole entire month.
I'm sorry, but the huge pine tree over a pool. Pine tree needles and pools just do not go well together. It's just no, not good.
She said no, for the sake of the pool, gotta get rid of the tree.
Yes.
And I don't know if she really thought about how it would affect all the animals and the birds and stuff that's been used to that tree.
There's a whole lot of other trees that they can just migrate over to.
But you can tell that the birds are a little perturbed that the tree is gone.
Very sorry.
It just threw the balance of, I guess, the balance of nature that is out there has been turned on its side because these trees have been taken down.
Oh my goodness. All right.
It's taking a while for all of the animal life to get used to the new changes.
A little bit. Oh my. All right, let's get some detail in our beard. So I am going to switch over to that tiny brush now. I'm just going to go to my red. A little bit of paint on my brush at a time. And we're just going to do small brush strokes following that shape. We're just going to keep kind of going back to it to make almost like hairs.
Yeah, Phoenix wants to paint some more animals.
Ooh.
She says, or even do one animal a season. Do pigs in the spring because of the mud. Do chickens in the summer.
Oh yeah, we
cows in the fall.
We still have to do a chicken.
And the horses in the winter.
You've got to do a chicken for Abigail.
Got to do a chicken?
Abby wanted a chicken.
Well, she says a pig in the springtime because of the mud.
That's, well, yeah.
Cows in the fall, and horses in the winter.
So the darker, so we want to pull all of that red, come right underneath the nose. Start under there with a swipe of that red under the nose. And then we do want to pull from under there to make that area darker by just pulling that hair down into our beard.
Okay.
And then we'll same underneath our arm. It's kind of that shadowing again. Just kind of pull that down with little brush strokes. So all I did was take a little bit of paint at a time, and I'm just pulling those little red brush strokes down in the hair, down in the beard. Don't overthink. It's okay. In fact, you can even come right over those shoes too, right over the boots, right in between, and do the same thing. Kind of pull up from there. So there's a shadow or darker area behind the boots too. And once you've got that red done like that, we're going to do the same thing with yellow. So you're just going to grab some yellow, or even that light yellow, and do the same thing. Just little brush strokes of yellow. It's going to help add your highlights in there. Oops,
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, Jamie said that sounds fun.
It does. Making a mess. Hi, buddy. So a little bit of paint at a time. And if you need to rinse and dry that brush to get it back to a nice little point, you can go back to doing your little brush strokes that way. Just a little bit of paint at a time. And just every so often throw some little brush strokes of yellow in there, and we'll do the same with some white. Couple of yellow, and we'll do the same with a couple of brush strokes of white. The more white you add, the older he'll look. Just so you know. So just a couple of those in there. And we're gonna do the same, rinse and dry. Same with some of the black. Rinse, dry, and the same with black. So again, I started with little red brush strokes. Then I went to my yellow, a little bit of white, and then black. Again, you're rinsing and drying between your colors. A little bit of paint at a time on there. Light pressure for those nice thin lines. Go. Rinse and then dry them. Should have done like St. Patrick's Day trivia.
Really?
Actually, they were doing that last night. I don't remember any of the questions. He's coming along. We got a couple of details left to go. So we're gonna let the beard dry a little bit before we go back to add our clover in there, or whatever you want him to be holding. So for now, let's come down to the bottom little hill area and add those little clover down there. So for that, I'm gonna go to my medium round brush again. So to make those little clovers, it's really just pressing the brush down, using the bristles as almost a stamp. So I'm going to show you what that looks like with that light green color that we were using. And you're going to kind of mix and match your colors again. So we're going to start by almost making a heart or a V with the brush. And then you're going to do the opposite direction on the bottom. 1, 2. Now, if you can do it where the outside of the brush and your the outside of the brush is the outside of your clover, and your bristle tip meets the center all the time, that might make the outside a little rounder for you. So let's try and do it that way. So I'm going to start with my bottom leaves, pressing my brush down, lifting up, pressing down, lifting up, and then I'm going to come this way, pressing down, lifting up. There we go. So it's just that pattern repeated throughout the whole bottom. So we're going to do some of the light green, then we'll do some of your darker green. And I know right now it may look silly because you only have a couple on there, but trust the process here. This is one of those trust the process moments. And you can switch over and use that small brush and do the same thing with the small brush if you want some different size clover as well. Remember to step away, because I know at this point some people go, I don't like it, it doesn't look like clovers, it's not right. Step away, because you're right on top of it and you're looking at every individual little petal. When you step away, you'll see what it looks like. You have to step away from your painting sometimes. Easy, rascal. He's got dreams going on down here. Alright, let's do some of these darker guys. See, some of the dark ones you can barely even see on there, and that's okay. It's just kind of creating a texture and a pattern down there. This one has a lot of blue in it. Just changing up my color again. Let's do some yellow ones. And in this case, this is where you can kind of load up that brush for these. Instead of it being just a little paint, you can load up your brush for these clovers. And again, I'm gonna just overlap them. So it's okay if you can't quite see every individual.
Kathy's on. She says you sound kind of like a workout instructor.
I do.
She says she's going to try to donate some of the paintings that she's done to the schools in the area for silent auctions.
Oh, that's a great idea.
This is my niece's school is doing one soon.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea. And you definitely have told people in the past that that's a
Donate,
great
yeah,
idea.
definitely. Donate if you can. Give them as gifts. It's always nice. When I give mine as gifts, I do frame them. So I don't know. I feel like it looks like a more authentic piece when I frame it.
It does.
I don't, just I have two paintings hanging up in our house that are my paintings. One is that purple scroll tree, and the other one is the hot air balloon, those are my two favorites that we did. I mean, I have a lot of favorites, but those are my two favorite I guess because of the purples. I love purple.
Mm-hmm. So does Aiden.
You know.
Our Phoenix said, I made my second drink a bit strong.
Woohoo! Go girl.
It's all good.
So for the party this past weekend, I wanted to put a bottle of champagne on every table. And even though we had only about, maybe, I want to say, 2/3 of the people showed because of the snow, we still polished off all of the bottles of champagne. I think we had 2 that were still half full, but I bought, when I was at a wedding many years ago, they served Verdi, and it was a sweeter champagne, not real dry, so it was sweet and lovely, and it's almost like a Moscato. So that's what I bought for all the tables. Now they come in all kinds of flavors, watermelon and strawberry and raspberry. I know it's not like, you know, appropriate champagne, but whatever you want, bougie champagne. But everybody thoroughly enjoyed it. That's what I drank the whole time, even though we made a huge batch of sangria. There was tons of other drinks there. We drank the champagne. Mom drank the champagne.
And she enjoyed it.
Yes, she did. She was funny. And then I said to her the next day, so did you get up and go shopping? And she said, no, I'm too tired. Everything hurts. I said, yeah, it should.
Oh. She finally
We were
admitted
dancing hard. Oh my goodness. Dancing hard. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. All right. So I'm going to make, so while I'm kind of doing these guys, we're going to do a clover up here that he's holding and a clover that's going to kind of dangle from his hat. So let's see. I'll start with that lighter green color and see where it takes us. So let's do, again.
You're going to do a clover?
Yep. Big clover this way.
I gotta zoom in for this.
I know. It's going to be hard to see this one, but I am just kind of laying that brush down. Laying those bristles down. Point to the center. Laying the bristles down. I'm going to do the same over here. So my point's going to go in the center. Just depends on how your brush bristles spread. Now I want to do this way instead.
Oh.
See?
You're just laying it down there.
Yep. Sorry, now my hand's in the way so you can't quite see that, but
now you got
you
it.
can see it's almost a perfect clover just using the brush, just using the bristles as almost a stamp.
Phoenix said, I can't keep painting. I should have waited until I was done for the second drink.
Aww. Well, hold on to it. We're almost there, and then you can go back to it. Oh, hi, Rascal. Hi, buddy. So the next set of little detail is in the hat. Now, you can create whatever pattern you would like in your hat with my tiny brush. I'm going to switch over to the tiny brush. It's kind of like a little, I don't know what the correct name of this is. Somebody else might be able to school me on that, but it's an Irish pattern, and I don't really quite know what it means, but I know it's an Irish pattern. So, that tiny brush in my darker green. Let's see if this is dark enough. Nope. It is not. Let's see how I can make that darker. And have to make it brown in order to see it here.
You're gonna make it brown?
I just want to make it darker so you can see the pattern in there, that's all. So my color is going to be a little off, but yours can just be a darker green or whatever color you want it to be. So alright, I'm going to come down here and do this pattern. So we're going to start with almost a pointed oval. And I know that there's a way to do it all in one swoop, but it is tough to do with a paintbrush. And then another pointed oval. They kind of all meet in the center. So it's like 3 little, I don't know what they're called. Somebody who's Irish can help me out here. And I know, like I said, you can sort of do it all in one swoop.
Jamie said she stepped away for a second to take a video of the cat playing pinball.
What? What? So if you saw what I did, this is kind of all in one swoop here. So it's like a curve, and you're gonna come to a point, overlap, and come down, and then you'll come back up. So it's hard to go up with your brush. I always work down. So I'll show you that again. So it's like a curve. You can do it in a couple different ways. Come to a point. It's hard to come up with it, but, and then I'll go this way. That one came out wrong. And that may happen, and that's okay. As I get to the edge, I just kind of repeat that pattern, but just a little bit on the edges. So it looks like it still kind of belongs. And you don't only have it in the center of your hat. Do some up here.
And you said this is what? Some type of...
It's an Irish symbol, and I don't know what the, like a Celtic or Celtic symbol.
Okay.
But you can do whatever you want on your hat. You can do more polka dots. You can just leave it solid. It's whatever you would like. No rules, right? No rules here. There we go.
Oh yeah, so I didn't get to thank Kathy
Aww.
and Aiden and Elena for sending your video to me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
That's right.
Kept my spirits up, made me laugh.
Aw, that's right.
And I tell Aiden, mum 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 mum.
Yes, everybody that sent me private messages for Mark, I sent them all to him while he was there. So thank you all so much. That was so sweet.
Yeah, it was. Thank you, everybody. Phoenix says she just looked it up, and she says she's pretty sure it's called a triple knot.
Thank you. You're probably right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, rinsing and drying. If you would like to outline and do your outlines, you may. I'll go back to that and do that last. But I have just a couple of other little details in here. Let's finish off our highlights. So sticking with that tiny brush, rinsed and dried, I'm gonna grab my tiny brush with my white and let's add some highlights. So I'm gonna just do a couple of little white lines in the black, almost like creases in there.
Yeah, Kathy said we're glad that it kept your spirits up.
It did.
Well, my spirits was already up, but they went up even further.
Let's do a little highlight on the top of the nose. Just brushing some of that white on there. A little highlight in the hand. Well, just a little swipe of white on the top of each of those shoes or boots, whatever you would like to call them. Rinse and dry if you get other paint on your brush. I know I pulled some black off of there. If you can see it, it's tough to see, but yeah, there's a little highlight in that buckle, so just along the top edge of that buckle, or you can even come down along the left side. Highlights coming from top and left. And whether you use white or that real light yellow will highlight some of those clovers. So if you want to go back down in the bottom and do more highlights and shadows in all these little guys, you can to make more detail. Otherwise, I'm just leaving those guys like that. I just want to accent the bigger ones a little bit. So on the left of each one of those little petals or leaves, I'm just gonna brush some of that yellow. Light yellow or white. Light yellow or white. And same thing with this guy up here. Rascal, take it easy. You're moving around a lot down there. He's like, it's almost time, Mom.
Yeah, he's had just about enough.
Almost done. All right. Good boy, Rascal. Thank you. Now you're gonna get in the bed now that you...
No, he's just hanging on the edge of the bed so he can look at you sadly and say, are you gonna be done?
Almost, Rascal, almost. All right, so all we need, we had a couple little details here on those bigger, I was gonna say sunflowers, they are clovers. I'm gonna rinse and dry, go back to my, either my dark green or even black. We can add a little stem in there and it's gonna come down underneath the hand. And then if you wanna add some little outlines in there, you can. Might be tough to do if they're real wet. So I'm gonna probably just go to my black and start outlining and finish off with those guys. So tiny brush, if you would like to do your outlines, tiny brush, rinse and dry, a little bit of paint at a time. And we'll just kind of come down and do some outlines with our little gnome. And that'll bring them all together. I know a lot of mine looks outlined already, that's because I use Sharpie, but I do go over it usually with my black paint. I just rinse and dry that brush often to get it back to a point, and I can grab a little bit of paint at a time. Almost there. Yeah, these guys are really wet still, so I can't really outline that yet.
No?
Yeah, it's still pretty full of paint, so
Okay.
so we're gonna do everything else first. Down around the arm. Around my hat edge. Around my top edge of my hat. Outlining will help a little bit if your background color and your gnome hat color is close and there's not a big contrast, because mine apparently isn't quite as contrasted as I thought it would be. And then as you get up into this hat area, you can add a couple little black lines in there for like creases on the hat. So it's almost like it has little creases in there. And yeah, my clover's a little wet to give me outlines there, but you can always go back and grab that. So you're almost complete here once you finish your outlining, and if you want to do any other little details down here on your clover, you can, but other than that, it's just signing and dating your painting. And then remember, we're going to ask you to take a photo of that painting and share it with us on our fan page. There's an album with this picture already there. You just have to find that and add it to the album, or you can just create your own album and add to your album. But that is it. Our little gnome guy, he is done. Lucky gnome for the day.
Awesome.
That's it. Yeah. He's cute. I like it. So hopefully everybody had a fun St. Patrick's Day. Had a lucky day.
Nice.
He's cute. I guess we're going to have to do an Easter one similar to this, and then we'll have to have a whole series.
Yeah, a gnome with bunny ears.
Same one with bunny ears, and then we'll do one for maybe like a Memorial Day one holding a flag.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. A gnome for every season.
A gnome for every season.
Or holiday.
That's a way of putting it.
You know? Right? What else? I think that's it, guys. I hope everybody had a good time. I know most of you are probably still painting, so take your time. There's no rush. You can always go back to it whenever you want to. Again, we appreciate everybody with us tonight. Tips or donations accepted, never expected. They are can be done on our Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App right now. Since our the tip jar on the website is down right now while the website is being fixed, but that's about it.
Yes. But this is the information right here.
Aw, thank you. And that's posted in the discussion of the event too, so you don't have to like scramble to keep it. It's there as well.
Yes. I want to thank everybody for wishing you well and
Yeah, thank you guys.
sending their videos and
And
comments.
and paintings. Jackie, was it Jackie that sent you the picture of the Care Bear with all the Care Bears? Or was it Laura?
Real nice.
No, was it Laura? It might have been Laura. Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
that
you
was
guys,
very nice.
you guys were wonderful. So
Captain
cute.
says, yeah, we love you guys. We love you right
too.
back.
That's her. See, she got me all excited the one day. She's like, okay, so if I were to come and visit, and if I were to come into your house and stay at your house, and I was like, ooh, is she really thinking about coming here? And then she had like a joke thing. I'm like, that was not nice.
You thought she was going to actually come?
I was like, you coming? You can come. If anybody wants to come and visit us, we have a
Just let
spare
us know.
bedroom. We have a spare bedroom. We have a pull-out couch in the basement. Big
That's
screen
right.
TV.
All right, Phoenix. Says good night, Mark.
Good
Jennifer,
night.
Rascal.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Have a
good night,
good
everybody.
one.
We love you guys.
Yes, we do. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. It's a busy weekend again for me. Always is. But we'll be, you will see a lot more pop-up events, planning in-person things.
Yeah, now that the weather's going to finally change
Yeah.
over, we'll be in a good position to do a lot of new things.
Yeah, so you just may see less of our Self-Care Thursdays, but I promise you that we will always get a minimum of one per month in there. I promise.
Yes.
Always.
Thank you, guys.
All right, everyone have a wonderful evening and a great weekend.
All right.
We got our intro,
Outro.
whatever.
Yes. There we go.
All right, Rascal, you did it. You ready, Peppers?